Hey guys, Dale Bateman here. On today's episode of Build Your Success Online, I'm going to give you some tips for choosing the perfect domain name. Stay tuned. When it comes to choosing a domain name for your business, your online business specifically, it's a very important step, and I find that sometimes people don't give it the attention that they should. So today I want to go through a few steps that you can follow to come up with a more engaging and better domain name for your online business, if you haven't chosen one yet. Or even if you have chosen one, this is something you could perhaps use for an additional domain name to grow your business and maybe take it in a different direction. So I want to go over a few tips, show you some things that are not so good first in terms of choosing a domain name, and then go over some ways to fix those things so that they don't happen to you. So let's take a look at it right now, and we'll move forward. Thanks. Here we go. Alright guys, so choosing the perfect domain name. Here we go. So what makes the perfect domain name? Well, first off, it has to be, number one, relatively short, number two, simple to remember, and three, easy to spell. These are all important points when it comes to people finding your domain and remembering it so they're able to come back again to your site. For example, I was speaking to a customer recently who had a business called Otway Valley Trading Company. The domain that he wanted was www.otwayvalleytradingcompany.com. Now, can you spot some of the problems with this domain name? If not, here's a few. Number one, it's too long. Having to type a long domain name into your browser is annoying and also increases the chances of your customers making a spelling mistake. Number two, it has too many keywords. Having 4 keywords, Otway, Valley, Trading, and Company, makes it hard for customers to remember the name of the site. Try to stick to just 1 or 2 keywords in your domain name. Number 3, it's easy to misspell. The word Otway with 1 T can easily be confused for Otway with 2 T's, and that would take them to somewhere completely different or perhaps to nowhere at all. Number 4, it makes the email address too long. An email address for this domain name would look like this. Let's say it's sales@otwayvalleytradingcompany.com. That's a mouthful for anyone to remember. So here are some key steps to picking a good domain name. First up, the shorter the better. Having a short and snappy domain name makes it easier for your customer to remember your website address and easier to type into their internet browser. Go for something catchy. Keep in mind that your domain name doesn't have to be boring. In fact, if you can come up with something catchy, it's a great way to distinguish your business from the competition. Just ask the people over at Yahoo.com. Avoid using hyphens. I've found that hyphens in domain names tend to confuse people. Sometimes you'll see websites that have a hyphen separating keywords. For example, ace-accounting.com. This is almost always because the preferred name, aceaccounting.com, has already been registered by someone else. If the domain you want is already being used by someone else, then you're better off coming up with an alternative name than using hyphens. Avoid using numbers. If possible, try avoid the use of numbers in your domain name, as this can also lead to confusion. For example, was that 3phones.com or 3phones.com? But if you have to use a number, make sure you register both the written and numerical versions of your domain name, 3phones.com and 3phones.com. That way it doesn't matter what people type in, they're going to find you anyway. So if you're still struggling, grab a thesaurus. If you're looking for inspiration and finding it difficult to come up with a name that hasn't already been taken, grab a thesaurus or visit thesaurus.com. Say you run an adventure tour company and you want to register excitingadventures.com, but somebody has already registered the domain name. Look up the word exciting at thesaurus.com and you can quickly find an alternative like breathtaking, sensational, or fascinating. And don't be afraid to use a little imagination. After all, companies like Google and Yahoo have benefited a lot from having a unique web address. Am I right? So what's the bottom line today, guys? The availability of your domain name may take some trial and error. Since there are so many sites coming online every day, it stands to reason that your first choice, in all probability, will not be available. It may take many variations of your domain name of choice before you find the one that is available. However, there are services available in the internet that offers domain name search. These websites will search for similar domain names and tell you if the domain name you choose is unique or if it is unavailable before you register it. You can check out my own personal link at http://x.co/BYSO now. Okay? Check that out. That's a link to go to my domain registrar, which is GoDaddy.com, and they will tell you as soon as you type in a domain name that you want, whether it's available or not. If it is, you can proceed and register it. If not, it will provide you with some alternatives. So guys, I hope you found this some helpful advice in choosing the perfect domain name for your online business. And don't forget, for many more great tips, tricks, and great resources for your online business, go over to my blog at buildyoursuccessonline.com. You can also visit byso.biz, which is a shortened name that I created in terms of my domain to make it easier to remember. That's byso.biz. So guys, let's finish up this video so you guys can start getting out there and finding the perfect domain name for your online business. So there you go, guys. Some great tips for you on choosing a perfect domain name for your online business. Keep in mind, when you're choosing your domain, it's just as important as if you had a brick and mortar business and you're choosing a name for that business, a name to put on that sign up above your door. Okay? This is what people are going to see when they arrive at your site. It's what people should be looking for and searching for online. So keep all those tips in mind, making it easy to remember, easy to spell, lack of hyphens, lack of numbers. All those kinds of things are very important when you're choosing your domain name. And remember, when all else fails, grab your thesaurus and check out some other alternate words for maybe the one that you thought you wanted to have. And what I've found in the past is, in some cases, the domain that I thought I wanted maybe isn't even as good as the one I ended up with after choosing some different name choices. So keep those things in mind. I hope you found some value here. If you're watching this on my blog, thanks for coming by. Please make sure you don't leave without signing up for my free online bootcamp training course. 10 steps to getting you to over $1,000 a day in online income. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You'll get all my great tips and tricks delivered right to you on a daily basis, helping you build your success online. So guys, until next time, my name is Dale Bateman and I'm wishing you a fantastic day. Bye for now.